Hello folks, welcome to el canal Chano Jose. Today we're gonna talk about a problem that just came up on our Tercel 91 to 94 Toyota Tercel, and we had that Tercel wouldn't turn on, and sometimes it would turn off on us. So today we're gonna show you what was the problem and what was the simple solution to this problem, so you don't spend money on shops or mechanics. And with that said, let's get started. So the problem was on the positive of the battery. So this wire, these wires that go down here on the positive, not this red one that we added, there's wires in the bottom that go down. So we found out that that was a problem, a broken wire, but the plastic looked good. So we're going to expose more so you understand why that problem and what's the solution to it. So this is where our battery was. So right here is the negative terminal and this is the positive terminal. So this wire or this terminal has wires that come down and they go into this harness cover. So right in this area, that's where the problem was. And we're going to expose this area to show you what we mean by that. So we're going to expose an example. These wires are the original wires from another Tercel, and it can be for the Paseo as well. So what happened is that this wire, this thick wire is to the starter. So this other wire is a feed to the electrical system. So what happened is that this wire was from the transition of the blue to the black wire, it was broken inside. It looked to the naked eye, it looked complete, but inside it had rotted and it went bad. So every time we move the terminal, it will make little contact and then the car will get some power and it will just enough to get the power turn on. And as it shook, the engine shook, the car, the wire will lose contact and then the car will be having some problems. So we're exposing step by step. This is the original wiring from another Tercel, but to show you what we mean once we open there, that we have done our fix, so that way you understand the original wiring to what's in there now. So now we have exposed the whole wiring. This is the main one to the starter, and this is the used to be blue, and here's the new connection that we have covered up, and this is the black wire. So it's a transition right here. So what happened is that this connector on our side, on the original one, it broke off. So as you can see, this is the original connection from another Tercel, and this is what we meant. This is what we mean by the transition. This is the they clamp it together and it goes from the black wire to the blue, but now it's red, which is this. This is the black wire, and then it's clamped here, and then it goes into the blue wire, which is bolts down into the battery. So what kept this together was this plastic on our side. So every time we wiggle it, it will make contact right in here. So then the whole car will start again. So that was a simple solution that we did to our car, and we found it by mistake. So we wanted to expose this info. So if your car don't want to start, and there's electrical lag, there's no power to your system, your dash anywhere, check this connection right here, which is this. This is the original one. This plastic, we peel it off to show you what we meant by that wires being attached to each other by this little clamp. So this is what we had to fix on our car. This is from another car. This is not that we cut it off. We just replaced from there over to the battery. So the solution to this problem is that we got one of these connectors, and we feed one wire through one end, and then we feed that car wire through the other end. So we make a continuous connection on the wire by using one of these connectors, and then we compress one side and the other side, and the wires get stuck in there. So that's how we got the red one connected to the black one in the car system. And at the other end of the battery, we put an adapter, a connector that can be bolted to the terminal of the battery, so that way we can get the power from there flowing through this connector into the wire that is already existing into the car. So that was a solution, and we want to expose it how we did it. And well, folks, we wanted to expose this info about why your car wasn't turning on or why it wasn't getting power to the dash or to the other components. And the reason was because a simple wire that it comes out of the positive terminal with the other wire. So you got to peel and investigate. So one thing we want to say, if your car doesn't have power or there's something going on, check your fuses, check your terminals, and then from there you start checking your wiring, because your wire, it might be a terminal, but in our case it was this wire that was broken off right in the merge, or the right in the clamp that it was getting those two wires together. So it broke off, and it wasn't what we found it by mistake by shaking around the wires, and we noticed that every time we moved the wire, the power would go on and off on our car. So we peel it, we've investigated, and we found no problem. So before you start digging in there or taking it to shops, check your fuses, check your terminals, and then start checking your wiring right next to the battery, because it might be a simple problem that it can save you hundreds of dollars, and that way you can do it at home, and then you know that what you did to your car. And this applies for the 91 to 94 Toyota Tercel and the 92 to 94 Toyota Paseo. And I believe it's also the same for the 95 to 99 Toyota Paseo and Tercel. For our folks who are watching our video, haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. If you like our video, give us thumbs up, share it, and we'll see you soon with more videos here en el canal del Chano José.